Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hadeca Porsche Cup series, here today live from sunny Italy. Today we have the fourth stage of the championship. This is almost the end of the championship, and overall drivers are fighting for the total pool prize of €2,000. Overall, what we had so far, we had Navarra, we had Red Bull Ring, we had Watkins Glen. Today we have Monza, and the next stage will be in Belgium, in Spa-Francorchamps. So overall, let's talk about Monza. Let's talk about all the turns and what to expect from them. So starting from the first straight, which is called in English, it's called the Grandstand straight. We all know about this straight. It's a really famous one. Coming into the infamous chicane called Variante Goodyear. That's one of the names, and the most famous one is Prima Variante, which is in English the first chicane. That's really tricky turn, really speedy one. So you'll get many trouble while sim racing. That's why we've named it as a torpedo zone. For those who are the first viewers of this series, we have mainly 3 zones on each track, which is a chill zone, just a relaxed one, mostly straights, or not really complicated turns, kind of sus. That's turns that may make you a bit sweaty, but not a big deal to be there. And a torpedo zone. These are turns that want to make you crash, or either just the whole big nightmare that you can imagine in your head comes true at these corners, either by sim racers, fellow drivers, or just because of a terrain and because of a turn. Then moving on to the second turn, which is Curve Biassono, which is called just a steep turn. Moving on to the third one, which is Variante del Rogia. Hope Italian people are not viewing this stream, but overall this is a really tricky one. And moving on to the second one, we have a quite a really famous one, which is Lesmo. This is a connection of the turns 4 and 5. Moving on to the again straight to the Variante Ascari, named after a Formula One championship winner, and actually the Formula One driver who won the first championship in Formula One for Ferrari. And the last section of the turns is Curve Parabolica, which is actually not really parabolic if you look at the map. But overall, it's also a bit sus, a bit tricky, because you go, you have quite lots of momentum moving on to this corner, and you try to gain as much space as you can, but it's a bit steep. That's why you can easily lose control on this turn. So today I'll be accompanied by Dominik Koroshavin, a really good fellow sim racer, one of the legends of Ukrainian sim racing. So Dominik, here you go.
Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth stage of our championship, the penultimate race. So yeah, we've had so far a great season. We had some great battles overall throughout 3 stages, which took at the Navarra, Red Bull Ring, and Watkins Glen. So far, as you can see by the driving standings, Oscar Piu is leading the championship with claiming 3 victories in a row. So this will be the question: will Oscar continue his winning streak? Is he going to get a 4th win today at Monza? We can see that his main rival, Alexander Spets, is on the 2nd place, and he is losing almost 40 points. Unfortunately, today Alexander will not be present, so that's a good news for Oscar. And yeah, overall, a great position for him to claim the championship. With Felix Vetter on third position, he still has a chance to claim the victory here this championship, but he need to work really hard. As you can see now, he is leading the qualifying session with over 0.2 of a second. With over 0.2 of a second above Andrei Pozniakov, who is currently on the P2, and overall, yeah, it's quite close championship. You can see that lots of drivers have almost like identical points. So yeah, we still have a lot of things to be changed, and I think this race is going to definitely take a huge note on the driving standings. Moving on to the team standings, the French Rat Kit team is definitely comfortably leading the championship with leading by several points ahead of Korfabriken. These two teams are, yeah, they were battling all around this championship, and yeah, no other teams can compete with them. So today we'll have only French Rat Kit present today. The Korfabriken drivers, both Spets, Alexander, and Albin, are not today with us. So yeah, this is one more time great news for this team and for the drivers who are battling for the prize pool of this championship. So let's trail back to our qualifying. We can see that Oscar Pu has managed to improve his qualifying lap time. He is the first driver to get out from 1 minute and 49 seconds. So that's going to be an interesting question. Can Felix Vetter improve his lap time? As you can see, we have a solo qualifying session, so it's only rely on the driver skill, how he nails all the corners, all the straights at this track. You can think that like Monza is quite easy track with all of the straights and so on, but on these cars with those heavy braking points, it's really tricky to nail the braking, not to lock up, because there is a lot of things, a lot of corners where you need to slam on the brakes, and yeah, you really need to master this lock up thing on this car, which is quite easy to do. So yeah, we'll see what is going to happen next. Overall, I think that this race should be the most, like, I don't want to say aggressive one, but I think with the like slipstream trains that we've had so far in the previous rounds, this race can produce a lot of train with a lot of drivers. So my guess is like more than 10 drivers will do like a sort of this slipstream train effect, and I think that probably we will see some bad action today. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to see the start of this race. For the viewers, we will have today only 2 races, like heat number 1, which will decide the starting order for the feature race. Unfortunately, only 32 drivers is going to be presented here, so there is no dropout rounds. So everybody who is doing this qualifying will take part at the feature race. Ilya, let's play some guesses. What do you think is going to happen at turn 1? Is there going to be a massive pileup, or you think our drivers will manage to do it professionally way and avoid big crashes?
Actually, Dominic, you never know, unfortunately. You never know, especially with Monza, because so far we've seen really clean and really good driving in turns 1, especially on Watkins Glen and Red Bull Ring. It was quite clean without much of the pile-ups and stuff like this. But again, Monza turn 1, we all know this infamous chicane. It's a really tricky one because you get lots of speed in coming to this turn, and you have to really nail all these braking zones, not to cause a severe crash in front. So overall, I really hope that we won't see any crashes today. And but again, that's Monza. You never know. Overall, what we see so far from the qualifying session, as you mentioned, Oscar Pu, he's nailed the qualifying time. He's out of the 1 minute 49 zone. Actually, Felix Vetter is the second one to get out of the zone. And if I'm not mistaken, Gilles Genie also got out of the zone.
No.
So
He is not. He's done 1 minute 49.2. So we only have
uh,
two drivers that made it out 49s.
yeah, that's really unfortunate. But still, as you can see from the relative, we see a really close fight, especially from the third and fourth places. That's Gilles and Andrei Poznikov. Andrei Poznikov loses only 4 thousandths of a second, which is just actually nothing. And these two drivers, they have a really close time. They've showed great driving so far, and we hope that everything will be the same during the race time. Overall, what we have so far, do you think what you see from the qualifying table? Did you expect this, or did you think something else will be? What are your thoughts, Dominic?
Yeah, I mean we already know the top 5 drivers that always deliver the great result at the qualifying. So there is, like, if you see at the table, there are not that much surprises. Overall, the same people. Overall, I'm more surprised that here at Monza only 12 drivers actually in 1 second. In previous round at Watkins Glen, we've had like, I mean, 17, I think. Yeah, there was 17 drivers that made it in 1 second, and now, unfortunately, only 13 drivers have made it. But I think it really doesn't matter because, once again, this is Monza. A lot of straights, a lot of slipstream effect will really help the drivers not to lose much time to the leaders. So I think we'll see a lot of like bumper to bumper action, and yeah, we'll see how this heat goes. I mean, this heat doesn't really matter a lot. You don't get points for this race, so it's just in your favor to finish. First of all, to finish, and yeah, of course, you want to finish a bit higher because you want to start on a higher position. But overall, I don't think that in this round we have to see a lot of battle. We'll see like 15 minutes of drivers. They will definitely try to deliver some action for us, but I don't think that this race will matter really. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the future race because there will be the most action that we want to see. So yeah, the drivers are ready. I mean, we have only like a minute to go. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Ilya? What do you expect also?
Actually, that's what I expect. I expect a really close and really clean driving from our top five. That's the thing I really expect. And here you can see the start of the first hit. Here we go. Coming on to the first turn. So far, we see everything is good. Oscar Pugh going on to the right side, and will it be clean? Will it be clean?
It does look like clean. Yeah. Oh no, we have a spinner.
No. Here you go.
I think it's Andrei
Luckily.
Poznikov. I think that was Andrei Poznikov because he's dropping quite a lot in the standings. Yeah, that was definitely him. Unfortunately, Andrei spun, but overall, nothing happened. So yeah, the drivers doing quite okay. So we've seen that they're starting to form into the groups. The top 3 are definitely not trying to overtake each other. Their goal is now just to go away from the drivers that are behind. We have a spinner. I think that was a massive crash there. That was a big one, I think. Yes, I think that was a big one.
Yeah.
At least 4 cars. Yeah, definitely at least 4 or even 5 cars took part in this crash. But yeah, overall we can see that 5 drivers dropped significantly at the start. But overall, a lot of drivers have improved their position. So yeah, look at the train. This is this is what I wanted to see. Like this train that is starting to forming up. I think we will see some action only at the first or second lap, and then the driver will have to understand that they need to just bump draft each other and try to fight for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. So far we see that Oscar Pugh, Felix Victor, and Gilles Genie, they are trying to get out of the danger zone, let's call it like this. They're trying to get away from other drivers and just drive, just having fun, and not caring about other drivers behind. And here we see Pablo de Misango. He's on the 8th place. If I'm not mistaken, he started on the 12th, trying to dive. And is it successful? No, it's not. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. And that's a crash. That's a really unfortunate one. I don't know what happened. Probably he just missed his braking zones or something happened.
I mean, he did a great job on avoiding the other drivers. But yeah, overall, that was a really optimistic move. Launching this far away on these cars is quite tricky. And yeah, the drivers are really lucky that Pablo didn't took out anybody. He is now at the 14th place. I don't think that he has significant damage to his car. Ooh, that's a great battle. Through white at the second chicane. I think that's Javier Berenguel, Benjamin Frigerio, and I think that's Ben Geider. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like that these three drivers are delivering right now. I think we have some problem with the loading with deliveries, but it's okay. I don't think that that's a big problem for us today. We are here to watch great battles. So yeah, if you don't be surprised if you see a lot of stock Porsche liveries. I mean, they're still looking good. I mean, this is Porsche. It can look bad.
Yeah, nothing can look bad on Porsches as well, because yeah, this is just a masterpiece of a car. Especially, I mean, it's been in this specific body, it's been for years and years and years. This is the iconic car. That's why many people love them, and actually they just enjoy driving them in sim racing as well. Not only in real life. In real life, it's really, as you know, that's quite an expensive hobby, but in sim racing people love it. It's just a perfect thing. You just have fun and yeah, just enjoy. So far, yeah, someone moved out. I think it was car 22, no, 21.
It's Luca Journet. I think yeah, that was his green Porsche. And also I wanted to mention that Benjamin Frigerio, he went into the pit lane after the previous lap. I don't think that he have already like gained 17 incident points, because I mean on the third lap it's quite a lot, but maybe he forgot to put fuel in the car after the qualifying. I don't know. But yeah, we've seen Benjamin battling for P7, and now he's down to the 29th position.
Yeah, that's something weird, because probably that was a contact or something like this. We have not seen anything so far, but yeah, it's just a weird thing from him. Unfortunately, he dropped down to the 29th place, and yeah, it will be a miracle for him to end up anywhere close to the top 10 now. But yeah, he's a really quick driver, so we'll see how it goes. As of now, we have Alexander Radetzky coming through to the, I think it was Varianta Ascari.
Correct.
And what do we have here? We have a battle. Yeah, actually we have a battle for the economic second, yeah, 28th place. So we have José Galileo, Benjamin Frigerio, and Pedro da Silva fighting for this place, forming a 3-car train and moving on to the Parabolica. And what do we have here? Hope everything will be okay, because this is, again, that's a really tricky turn. You can trail, you can easily just lose control because you've got some excessive speed just in the coming to this turn. So especially in Porsches, because you don't have many assistances on these cars. And we have, I think we'll have a dive from Benjamin Frigerio, and that's a successful one, and also a really, really clean one. Yeah, kudos to him. Yeah, he nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. He's moving on to the 25th place, and yeah, probably my initial thoughts were wrong. What do you think?
We'll see. He definitely need to hurry up, because there is like 9 minutes left. So yeah, I think with the help of the drivers behind him, something might happen. I think I've seen Vladislav Stefanov drop down in the standing. He was doing like somewhere around top 15, and this lap after the second chicane he dropped down, so something might happen to him. And also for Maxim Bunic, yeah, he also dropped a little bit of places. We can see the replay with what happened to the Vladislav. So it looked like, yeah, he just lost it on his own,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's just a spin.
Yeah, as soon as you carry a little bit more speed than this car can have, it's so easy to spun because you have an engine right behind your rear axle. So once you drop it, there is no way to recover, especially on the iRacing tires. So yeah, I mean that's what happened to Vladislav. He carried a bit too much speed. Oh, I think we have a battle. Yeah, this is finally we have some battle with the leaders. It's Gilles Jauny and Felix Fötter that are currently battling for the second place. This is great news for Oscar Piu. He is now almost second ahead of this driver. So, I mean, as soon as he drive away from this draft, he can definitely feel himself comfortable. But I think for Felix and Gilles, they need to work in the pair in order not to let Oscar run away. But once again, this is a heat race, so it doesn't really matter where you finish because once again, it only matters for the next race. So I don't think that the leaders will be pushing themselves like they will do in the next race. So yeah, we'll see. But we definitely see a lot of action in the middle pack, a lot of fights, a lot of spins. So yeah, overall a great start for this round 4.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'd argue about heat not meaning much, especially before the future race, because in our case we have 3 really good drivers who are regularly in top 5. And I'd say that a heat for them is like a rehearsal before the race. So they feel each other, they just, oh, we have a
that
spin.
was not
Yeah.
necessary. I mean,
And
why?
again, that's the Rante Ascari really tricky turn. I don't know. That's just not even unfortunate, but it could be easily.
Let's take a look at replay. This is Stefano versus Sergei Soroka. They went side by side, and then that was like, I mean, you have all, as Fernando Alonso said, you always have to leave a space, and this is literally what happened today. So no space were left, and unfortunately the contact was made. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a pity. It's definitely a pity to lose places. There was definitely a contact. I mean, the damage for the car, and Valdisa Stefano right now is in the pit, and I will see. It looked like that he got the drive-through penalty for passing
wide.
this. Yeah, that's a great battle between, I think that's Jose Galilea and Fedir Plakos.
Yeah, that was a battle for the 22nd place. And yeah, I don't know. Moving back to the previous crash we've just seen. I mean, it's just another example of this specific turn. But this chicane is not easy to handle, and especially it's not easy to overtake someone on this chicane because not only you have a really tricky turn, you also have these curves that can easily disbalance the car and send it to the opposite direction that you actually want it to go. So again, I don't know. It's always like this phrase that you're not a son Assad, like you're not a real driver if you're not trying to get into the gap and try to overtake someone. But sometimes you have to pick a better place for it. What do you think?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, you don't have to go as soon as the gap is there. You have to really think about your move. Right now we have a battle. Let's take a look at the battle between Diana Perez and Konstantin Kirchev, and that's also Matteo Figueroa behind them. That's actually a great battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th place. I think that they are swapping places all the time, but still they're managing to deliver a great battle. As well as these guys, Gilles Johnny and Felix Fötter, they are also swapping places all the time. And right now, yeah, as you can see, they're quite close to our race leader, Oscar Piu. And behind them, I think Frigerio passed Kirchev. So yeah, these drivers always swap positions. And right now, this is the battle between Messac and Soroka. Yeah, I don't know who was trying to overtake whom, but it looks like, yeah, that Soroka is... No, it's not Soroka, it's Kevin Messac, who is the leader of this group. So I think that was a successful attack. So yeah, coming back to your question about going for every time as soon as you see the gap, going for it. I don't think it's always necessary, especially like you have to really understand what is it going to give you. I mean, you gain. Does the risk even like do you really need to take the risk? I mean, if you're doing like, for example, in this race, heat number 1, you're doing like 10th, 9th place. So I mean, you can feel quite comfortable with it. So it doesn't really worth it to push yourself and risk to have a crash with the guy in front. So I mean, it's much more clever to just stay behind and and do the job in the feature race. But if when we are in the feature race, so yeah, then you have to really manage all the risks, and you really need to go for it as soon as you feel comfortable with yourself. So yeah, because yeah, this is the what is racing all about.
One of the interesting things I've just seen is that comparing to the Red Bull Ring, or comparing also to Watkins Glen, but 2 stages we've seen so far, 2 previous stages, sorry. What we see is that drivers they've split into small groups, like 2 or 3 or 4 cars, and they have quite a bit time between them. So as you can see, Oscar Piu, Felix Fötter, and Gilgini, they went outside from the 4th place by 5.5 seconds. So that's a really significant difference in time. And also you can see the difference in time between Diana Perez, Matteo Frigerio, Konstantin Kirchev, and Javier Berenguel. Javier Berenguel in the 7th place is 3.9 seconds behind the 6th place. So far, you can see that we have, and then again, moving on to the Javier Berenguel, we have Javier Berenguel, Ben Joyler, and also Alessandro Gerardin. That's the 3rd group. So you see all the drivers, they've tried to split into groups and they're trying to battle between each other, while in Watkins Glen and especially in Red Bull Ring, we've seen just a huge train moving on throughout the track. So that's probably...
I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. I think something happened with Konstantin Kirchev and also with Matteo Frigerio. Konstantin is now P9. He definitely had some contacts at the first chicane. Maybe that was with Matteo. I don't know. Let's take a look at the replay. So yeah, we see that Diana is leader in this group. Konstantin is right behind them. Oh, that was quite a yeah. I mean that we've seen it like at the beginning of the race with the Denisenko, but yeah, that's not a great rejoin. Also, I mean, yeah, this is what we were all talking about. Like this was the last lap of the race. So was it really worth it to take this risk? I mean, I'm not here to judge the drivers, but yeah, I mean, sometimes you really need to just back off and wait for the checkered flag. So yeah, right now we are going to the last corner of the heat number 1. Look at the Oscar is defending currently from Gilles Johnny. So Gilles has made it onto the Felix Fötter. Felix is right now spectating this battle, but yeah, it's quite an easy win in heat number 1 for Oscar. He will start the feature race from pole position with Gilles Johnny on P2 and Felix Fötter finishing P3 at this race. Diana Perez will take the checkered flag at 4th place. Yep. What happened?
I think it was intentional or something like this because yeah, it's just. I think it was who was it? I think it was Gilles Genie or Felix Vetter, the green car.
The green
Just
car
spun.
was Gilles.
Yeah, Gilles just spun it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's all.
it's okay after the finish. So, yeah,
Yeah, but
overall, yeah, you mentioned that yeah we had a lot of like small groups that were like drafting each other, and we didn't see like a huge train like we've seen from previous races. But yeah, this is a big surprise for me, as well as a big surprise to see those trains at such tracks at Watkins Glen or Red Bull Ring. So yeah, I'm definitely surprised not to see this like long slipstream train here at this race. I mean, we can guess, and maybe this will happen at the at feature race. Oh, look at this smoke! It looks like diesel Porsche.
Is it like is it like a burned engine or something?
Definitely something is not wrong with the
I, I,
car.
I think I think right now the driver hears your car is toast. Get back to pits.
Yeah, I mean he still he finished. I mean he did bring it
Yeah, he
back
managed,
home, but yeah, that
but
was
that was
quite
a
a
diesel port.
quite a chaotic race actually. Not that much chaotic. I mean, not that much action that we've seen, but yeah, overall that was a great race with great battles and yeah, with some silly mistakes. But it's okay. I mean, this is Monza. You always see such type of racing here. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, overall everything was pretty much fine. Unfortunately, Variante Ascari, the chicane, the like the actually that's the second to last group of turns of a track. It killed quite a lot of people, or rather, people tried to do their best to not get through the corner. Let's call it like this. But now we will have the main race, and now we will see who's going to be the lead and who will be in the fourth stage of Hadeca Porsche Cup. Um, Overall, I have a really interesting question for you, Dominic, because so far, judging from the again going back to Red Bull Ring or Watkins Glen, we've seen crashes in top three section on both of these races.
Yeah.
And actually, do you think we will see the same thing here at Monza?
I really don't want to see nothing of this type of content. I mean, um, we've had a lot of crashes actually. So overall, I want to see just a clean racing. I understand that we are here at Monza. This is quite tricky to do that, but I mean, I want to see some serious racing. Finally, I want to see some great battles. I want to see some respect between the drivers. So yeah, I think that one day, maybe even today, we will see some. I mean, like zero contact race. But this, I mean, I'm not against it. But yeah, we are talking a lot of about crashes, but not that's not what the racing only about. So yeah, I mean, for the also for the viewers and for the people who are supporting their drivers, they definitely don't want to see that. They really want to see the battles being clean with respect to each other. We did see in the previous races some great battles with the respect, but we also seen some massive pileups. So I want to see some great respectful race here today. I mean, we know that these drivers can deliver. We know that these drivers can deliver one of the greatest performances that have witnessed in my life. Especially if you remember the Red Bull Ring race. I mean, the feature race that was just beautiful. That
Yep.
was just one of the things that I will show to my kids if they will be interested in racing, you know, just to show them that look, this is the way you have to drive, because yeah, that was beautiful, and I want to see this beauty here at this race. So I think it's goes same to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Unfortunately, why I was talking about these crashes in top three, because that's unfortunately the bad tendency we have so far. So in two consecutive races, we've had crashes in top three, especially near the end of the race. So that's why I was thinking like probably Monza will make it, will make end to it. Probably will have, at least I hope so. We will have a really clean race and something like we've seen in Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Ring was just a perfect example of how the race should be. So we've seen multiple, if not thousands, of overtakes by Alexander Spatz and Oscar Pugh. Just the beauty of driving skills and professionalism in sim racing. And yeah, I really hope that we will see the same thing in Monza. And yeah, hope our guys will try to do their best to do it.
And also don't forget about the last round that will take part at Spa. I mean, Spa
Yeah,
also always delivers. I
or
mean,
Rouge.
I think this is the track that most of the drivers train mostly. I mean, yeah, we understand that Monza is much easier, but I will speak with this other sim drivers, and they always try to try something new. Maybe it's a new car, maybe it's a new setup, maybe it's a new sim. They always try to go at Spa. So I think Spa is
Yeah,
like the most popular one in sim racing. So it might get a really close race. The race will take part in 1 week only, so we will not have a 1 week break. So straight next Friday we will finish our championship, and yeah, I think that also there we can see some great battles, especially if in the driver standings nothing will be decided today, and if we will be going with the championship fight at the Spa, I mean, that would be just a dream.
yeah, that will be just amazing because we'll see. Imagine just having, for example, three or even five people that are battling for the number one in the Hadeca Porsche Cup. That will be just a beauty. That will be just the fairy tale that that everyone will be reading to their kids. Because yeah, that's just the thing that every viewer wants to see. It's just a tense battle throughout stage to stage, and yeah, again, the last stage will be not only great because that's Spa. I think Spa has on itself some kind of a beauty, and it just mesmerizes people. Personally, for me, it was when I just started sim racing. Spa was the first track I've ever driven, and from that time, I was fully in love with it because I don't know why, but again, it's just there's something in it, something mesmerizing, something catchy that sticks to your mind and says like, oh, that's the track you'll definitely love. So yeah, hope hope that this race will be clean. And yeah, I'm more than sure that our our drivers will give us lots of interesting things to watch.
I just spoke
So
with the racing steward of this race, and yeah, the thing that we've seen a lot of drivers going into the pits, like to do a drive-through penalty or stop-and-go penalty. That was a lot of penalties being awarded by our stewards. So we definitely
oh
missed a lot of crashes and some bad things. And yeah, so I was really surprised with a lot of car going in the pits already at the first laps of the race. So yeah, that was just a penalty from our racing steward. So yeah, for the viewers, we have a live stewarding system. So three of the big brothers, I think, that they are watching our drivers. And if a driver make a big mistake, he might get a penalty. And yeah, we've seen a lot of penalties here at this race. So, yeah, moving on to the feature race start. Almost everybody is ready. I think it's only two cars that are missing right now and starting grid. I don't see
I think
Gilles
that
Johnny. Did Gilles? He's missing the start, no? No way. No way, Gilles Johnny won't start this race.
Where's Jin?
Well, let's go. I mean, round number 4 is underway. Oscar Piu managed to do a great start, as always, with Felix Fötter almost right beside
but
him. Oh, that was a lockup. That's not a good sign into the first turn at Monza, but yeah, only one car spun,
well,
2 cars spun. Yeah, but still, a great start. I mean, not that much things happened. I think it's once again Andrei Pozniakov. He's losing places. That's not a great weekend for him. Yeah, so Oscar Piu is leading. He's holding his lead with Felix Fötter and Jana Perez going side by side at the second chicane, with Felix managing to defend his second position. And look how close Jana Perez and Javier Berenguel is right behind Felix. Oh, that's some big action here at the second chicane. A lot of contacts, but yeah, this is Porsche Cup. I mean, you always see this type of racing. That's quite good racing. Well, that's a great start actually for today. I mean,
yeah, that's a great start to a degree. We still had a few lockups in turn 1. Fortunately, we only had I think 1 or 2 contacts, and nobody caused a really huge pileup. But on the one side as well, I wanted to mention that you said about Andrei Pozniakov. That's a really unfortunate start for him, because and we've seen it I think on the previous stage as well, that either he was contacted, or it was just a spin as well on the Red Bull ring, but he unfortunately something happened to Pablo. Where's Pablo?
I think that was just lack in his internet connection. He's still in the race. We can see his Trident livery. Yeah, he is now bump drafting Benjamin Frigerio. Look at the train forming up from 7th to 13th place. Yes, this is what we wanted to see, with several drivers going too wide at the first chicane. I think that's Litvino and Radetzky there. Also Benjamin Frigerio, Jose Galilea. Yeah, that's some great racing. I mean, they will be doing, I think, side by side now at the second chicane, Galilea and Frigerio. Yeah, and that's not a good spot for Galilei. He cannot brake late because he has a car in front of him. But oh my God, no way he managed to do 2 cars in one corner. Wow.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great driving from him. We had a bit of a contact, but overall, yeah, it was fine. So far, yeah, we have 2 laps. Oh,
no.
Yep. We have a contact. Unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, that was Pavlo Denisenko.
We missed the overtake. We missed the change in the lead. Felix Fötter is your new leader of this race weekend. Oscar Piu is right now on second place. Diana Perez is now pushing on Oscar. I think that we might see the replay how this lead change was made. But yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Like 6 cars starting to form into this group. So yeah, I think this will be a counterattack from Oscar on Felix. Yeah, this is the way. I mean, he definitely won't be holding behind him. I think he wants to show Felix that let's make this train together with me leading here. So, that was a bit close. I mean, yeah, Felix is not holding on. He's trying to push Oscar as much as he can. And this is the replay. Oh, that was a mistake from Oscar. Okay. So he missed the braking point at the second chicane and he went wide, and that's why he lost the position to Felix. Right now, Felix is trying to make a move on Oscar. Or maybe he was defending from Diana Perez, I don't know. But yeah, so Oscar regained his lead right in 1 lap. Yeah, and a lot of cars are now very close to our leader, so we might see a big fight for the lead of this race soon, which we need just to wait. And yeah, behind we have a battle for P7, I think, with Alessandro Gerardin currently driving a new driver to our series. number 2 car. He is now on the 7th place. He is defending from Konstantin Kirchev and Matvey Litvinov. But also got Jose Galilea. I mean, not only Jose. There is a lot of cars, like from the 7th to 18th position. Look at this huge train.
Yeah.
That's
We
nice.
have quite a lot of people there.
Yeah,
Overall, lots of pressure is put on Alessandro now. Actually, one just small mistake, and you're not only overtaken by Konstantin Kirchev, you can actually be overtaken by 4 more people. So lots of pressure put on him, and let's see how it goes. Let's see, and look how he will manage to overcome this pressure. What I think, and also what we've seen. Do you remember this moment when Oscar Pugh tried to overtake and successfully overtook Felix Vetter in turn 1? And for me, one of the interesting moments was that Felix didn't try to brake. He actually went almost too wide in the turn, just signaling that, okay, I understand that you're quick, but don't even think that you will get an easy ride here, especially against me. So I think it was just a good message from him. And I think we had a spin. Yeah, Pablo Denisenko.
That was Galilea and Denisenko. Yeah, they didn't manage to take it too wide in one corner. I think that was Pablo who first made a small pump on Jose, and then and Jose was just a passenger. After that, he collected Pablo.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that was not a great move from Pablo. Yeah. I mean that was all on him. Yeah, but unfortunate race for him. I mean he had a problem at heat 1. Now he had problem at feature race. He is out of the points right now, but he was battling for P6 and P5 in the standings. So yeah, that's a huge moment for him in the driver standings. He need to recover a lot.
Actually,
yep.
Look at that! I've just seen. Sorry for interrupting you. I've just seen that Andrei Poznikov is out of a race.
Yeah, straight from after lap 1. I don't know. Maybe his car was totally damaged, but he is out of this race once again. A very hard race for the Ukrainian driver. He has the speed, but unfortunately he cannot deliver the result. So this race is one more time the same scenario.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate thing for him. And we have a spin. Oh yeah, we have a contact as well. We have Benjamin Frigerio.
That was Konstantin Kirchev, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Konstantin Kirchev and Benjamin Frigerio it was. And what do we have next? Is he rejoining or?
Yeah, he rejoined, but I mean he lost almost 20 positions. Oof, we have a lot. Yeah, right now I mean I don't know what happened to our drivers, but the first few laps were quite good. The drivers really managed to deliver some great battles, but now there is some bad things going on. I mean, almost every half lap we can see some contacts and spinners. So I think the drivers really need to calm down, because you really in a risk of not finishing this race right now. But yeah, for some drivers that are doing quite clean races, they are doing quite okay in the standings. I mean, look at Sergei Soroka. He gained 13 places in this race. He is now driving at 12th place. And I mean, if we'll still be seeing this type of fight between the drivers, I mean, you don't know, maybe you finish even in the top 10. Well, yeah, we'll take a see. And yeah, because of these crashes, we don't see that much of these slipstream trains that we were talking a lot at the beginning. Let's take a look what happened to Jose Galilea. Again, second chicane. And he just decided to stop.
What happened? Is it like probably some wheel damage, or I don't know. On the interesting side, look what we have. Johnny trying to. Oh no.
Yeah, he will definitely have to serve the stop and go penalty. Not the slow down penalty.
Yeah, but we have him back in race. He missed the start.
Yeah, he missed the start and now he's at the top 10. I mean, great recovery from him. Oh, yo. I mean, there was literally no room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's one of the tricky things as well, because like you have to leave the space, but sometimes you get these cases when a car in front of you just tries to squeeze you out of a track. It's a bit of a dirty move. What do you think?
I mean, as soon as you are in this, not in the side by side position, you as a driver who is ahead, you really choose the line that you want. I mean, yeah, we understand that that's not always a great decision, but overall, if the rules say that you need to leave a space after the driver is at this side by side position, like we can see right now, so yeah, in this position you
So why
definitely
didn't
need to leave a
Neto?
space. No, yo, that was Fedor Plakoš with Luka Journet. Fedor is off, and yes, oh my god, what's happening today? Oh my
Oh,
god,
what
what's going
happened?
on? I mean,
What happened? Pablo is out of the race
yeah,
completely.
that was Fedor, Jose. No, that was not Jose. That was Pavlo Denisenko and Jose. Let's take a look from the Denisenko on board. Yeah, he see a lot of pile up, and he just
And
yeah.
what? No,
I
that
mean,
was.
why do you move when the car is moving on you? Yeah. A lot of things is is going on today. I mean, what is going on today, mate? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. That's just Monza. You know, like Monza is on itself a crazy beast, as you can imagine, and probably just everybody got affected by it, and yeah, just thinking like, okay, today I'll do the craziest stuff ever
yeah.
possible,
I mean, like
and
we have leaders like top 5. They are doing like some esports things, like they are delivering like the best battle, and then you have the others, just a breakfast where everybody is breaking each other out in this race. I mean, yeah, I understand why everybody wants to finish in front of the others, but yeah, like this is a great example where the top 5 delivers to us. Like they're they're doing quite close to each other. They are still producing some great battles, and yeah, I mean, right now we the default like position with Oscar, Felix, and now Diana leading this race. So Oscar is not letting Felix by, but I think like we have almost not almost more than half a race to go. So yeah, definitely something will happen with leaders. I think right now with Felix is trying to make a move or not. No, he's just bum drafting. I mean,
we'll
yeah,
fight.
they
No,
will not
he's not.
fight until the last 10 minutes of this race. Mark my words. They
Uh,
will not fight.
yeah, probably, and that's just unbelievable stuff. It's been only 13 minutes of the race, and we've seen so much mayhem on the track, and just I don't know, I don't know. Probably everybody's just enjoying themselves, but I mean, you have to try to lead. You have to keep your cool, as we've said before, and just not cause much of a damage to others. But unfortunately, as we can see from the table, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 drivers out of a race so far, and it's not even the half of a race. So unfortunately, Monza didn't happen to be the cleanest race we've had so far.
Well, it's okay. Once again, yeah, this is Monza things. Yeah, so the cars itself, they are quite tricky to drive, and yeah, especially on the track like Monza. So I mean, I understand why, but yeah, overall, we have a great example between these drivers that you can see right now on your screen. That they are just chilling right now. I mean, they're really not planning to do any kind of battle. I mean, they have a lot of chances to go for it, but they understand that there is no sense at all to start the battle right now. This is just a racing thing. Something happened with Maxim Bunic, and I think that's
Why?
23rd number. I don't remember the driver, but oi. I think that Maxim lost it
Oh,
by
was it
himself.
contact?
I don't
Okay.
think. I think he carried a bit too much speed to the second chicane and yeah, just spun.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing, and especially the unfortunate thing that he reversed straight into the wall. That was just a really good ending to this maneuver. And yeah, going back to what you've said about the top five, they're just doing sim racing, esports type of things, and yeah, they totally understand that everything for them it's like an endurance race, actually.
Yeah, really.
So for them, they are trying to stick to each other, trying not to lose the slipstream, and yeah, just drive clean and get as close as possible to the car in front.
I mean, let's be
But
honest. If everybody were doing like the same driving the top five is now doing, we'll fall asleep. I mean, if we
we
would
would.
see like 30 minutes of driving, drivers just following each other without attempting to overtake, that would be a bit silly. I mean, I'm glad that we have some type of content, but yeah, that so I think that we really will try to push ourselves something out from ourselves when if the drivers were just doing like this train type of racing and so yeah, if we
But
every
again,
time we switch to leaders, this is the picture you get. So like they're pushing each other. They're not trying to have a race. They're just some of them just stick to the rear bumper and wait for the countdown to get like 10 minutes until the finish of the race. Yeah, and then the action will start. I think we had to set like the race timer to 10 minutes, and then we would have some great battles between everyone.
yeah, probably we can have a look. I think a really good battle is coming on for the 15th place.
Yeah, right now, as you can see on your screen, look at that.
Yeah, everything is really close there, and we have a real in the mid table we have a really tense battles between our fellow drivers, and overall they go really close to each other. So, let's see how it goes. So far we have, I think it's like a 6-car train, or maybe 7. So it's quite a big one. Thomas is a bit jealous for them. And yeah, so far we go really clean. So we have an intense driving, but nobody's trying to overtake someone.
Yeah, I think this is like they calm down before the storm because they're just right now they really had to calm down. I mean, you really need to stop yourself and some crazy things going around because you just need to keep your head cool. I mean, and just wait and prepare for the last minutes of the race to come. I don't think that everybody right now thinks that he need to push this much. I mean, a lot of drivers have already seen what have happened in this race so far, and they definitely don't want to these things to happen to them. So yeah, I think that I almost jinxed it right now with Lucas Journet locking up at the Parabolica, and I think he is now losing position to Pedro da Silva. And yeah, right behind them it's the teammates from No X30 team, Sergei Soroka and Alexander Radetsky. So yeah, quite a lot of cars are right now battling for P14. Marcel Gucci is making a move on Andrei Duna, also a new driver in our championship, and I think that Marcel has made it, or not. Ooh, they almost took each other out, but yeah, overall I think they are doing quite okay. Now it's Lucas Journet turn on making move on Marcel, and Pedro da Silva is really close behind them, going to the second chicane. I think it's quite a great opportunity for Pedro to make a move on Marcel, but no, Marcel just lost it on the braking. He's locked his front tires, and yeah, everybody just passed him in this group, so he dropped down to 19th place.
That's just the beauty and the danger of the second chicane, because it's really easy to lose control there. And but contrary to this, if you nail it, you're feeling out of this world. You're just on the cloud nine and feeling the best driving experience you can ever possibly imagine. Um, so so far, yeah, we see a really close driving by Oscar and Felix. I think it's been like this for the past 20 minutes. And yeah, but also what we can see is that Diana Perez tries to get as close as possible, and yeah, just to follow this train. And yeah, what we can. Oh, probably we'll have a battle for the 8th place. As you can see, Matvey Litvinov and Evgeny.
It is the battle between Gilles and Matvey. Bad
Yep.
connection for Matvey, but yeah, with Gilles making moves after his missed start, he's now in top 10. So overall, he managed to gain a lot of position in this 21 minute of the race. Matvey just let him through. I mean, Matvey is quite smart driver. He understands that there is no reason to fight a driver that is a bit quicker than you. So it's much more. It's much smarter to just let the fastest driver go through and stick into his rear bumper. And yeah, and I thought that they were going to do a 3 wide at the second chicane, but no, the drivers really backed off. And yeah, that was I think that was Andrei Duna making moves on Luca Journet and his teammate Flavio. Yeah, that's quite a great battle actually here in these places. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of cars battling, and overall they are delivering great results. I mean, not that much contact between them. With the respect, they're really backing off if there is a need. So they are not pushing like this hard as we've seen in the beginning of the race. So yeah, this is really great battle to see. I mean, I wanted to see this kind of battle between the leaders. I mean, hopefully soon we will see that. But yeah, overall, still, this is battle for 14th place. But I mean, look at the way, how beautiful does it look. I mean, it's just incredible.
I was just looking at the battle for the 6th place. Actually, why I'm saying battle, because what I've just noticed is that 2 laps before that, Benjamin Frigerio was 5 seconds away from Ben Schuder, but now we see that Ben losing pace, and we see that Benjamin is trying to keep it up, keep the momentum, and now he's only 2.8 seconds away from him. So probably on the next lap, if everything continues to be cool and nobody spins and stuff, we will see a battle for the 6th place.
We'll see. Something is definitely went not great for Ben because he was losing like 3 seconds. Now it's only 1.5 seconds. So yeah, definitely a bit of the struggle for this driver. And now Andrei Duna is making move. Oh no, that's Luca Journet. He was making move on Andrei Duna. So Andrei is now at P14. I think some drivers behind went onto the grass and onto the gravel, so something might have happened. I think that was the number 28 driver. Yeah, he was the one that went into the gravel. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't manage to witness it. But if we speak about the leaders, we have a new fastest lap of the race with Javier Berguel sitting the fastest lap, 49.2. And someone went straight in the variant Scari. That was Alexander Radetzky. Yeah, he went just straight there. There was a lot of smoke from the gravel. I don't know if we might see the replay, but I think he just missed his braking point and like had to go there. Let's take a look. Oh no, he had to avoid Pedro da Silva, who was quite slow at the braking point. But in order not to crash, Alexander had to take a gravel road.
Yeah, a bit of a dirt rally.
Ooh, there's a lot of drivers in the pits. Aha, so here's the situation. Sorry for interruption one more time. So Alexander Radetzky and Konstantin Kirchhoff. They are the drivers that have surpassed this incident limit. With also, yeah, I think the drivers that are right now into the pits, they surpass this 17 incident limit. They need to take a drive-through penalty. So yeah, and next 5 incidents for them is also crucial. Yeah, overall, a lot of drivers DNF'd from this race, unfortunately. And yeah, we have only 24 drivers left in this race.
Yeah, that's just odd. I mean, things happen like this uh, from the interesting point of view. You can see a really amazing driving from Benjamin Frigerio. He's up 11 places from the moment of start. And yeah, right now he's quite far from the top 5, but he's trying to push it. Now we look at Maxim Bunic, and that's moving on to the Parabolica, and that's what I've said during the start of the stream and explaining the map of the circuit. That's the tricky part of Parabolica, because if you keep the excessive speed moving on to this turn, most likely you will get a spin, especially on Porsches, because on itself the car is not the most stable in the world. And yeah, this turn Parabolica, it doesn't let you be let you get easy on it. So yeah,
Indeed.
So
So,
we have
is this the moment that we were all waiting for? With less than 10 minutes left in this race, so maybe it's time for our leaders to start a fight. I don't know. We will see. We also finally have a battle for the 6th place with Ben Geider, Benjamin Friguero, and Gilles Joni. Right now, they will decide who will finish 6th, who will finish 7th, and who will finish 8th. Right now, Friguero is ahead of Gilles Joni. Oh, they actually passed Ben Geider. So, yeah, this is what you were talking about. Like Ben Geider is significantly slowing down and losing his pace. So maybe it was the tire management from him, the poor tire management, which led him to slow down significantly. I don't know, but yeah, Ben lost 2 positions right now with Benjamin Friguero and Gilles Joni passing him. It looks like that not on this lap. Felix Futter will try to make a move on Oscar Piu. It looks like that we will have to wait more. I mean, 5 cars will decide who will finish on the podium in this race. Yeah, I mean, this is Sergei Soroka with Vladislav Stefanov.
Yeah, that's why. So, looking back to the grid, what we see is that actually Benjamin Frigerio is quite far from the top 5. We see that this train went far away from any other drivers behind, and yeah, overall, I think we will see some battle in, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Probably I'll leave it to the last 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes of a race, when everybody will understand, like, oh, okay, now it's time. It's either now or never. So as of now, it's still endurance mode. Let's call it like that. And yeah, probably in 5 minutes we will see some crazy, some really risky moves from one of the drivers. If we look at the mid-table, we see that everything went calm. Nothing crazy here. We see quite a huge gaps between drivers from the 8th place to the 12th place, for example. Now we have a view of Alex Rotter moving on to the first turn. Will he dive? Or will he not?
No, he's still backing out.
No, still endurance mode. Still pushing. Still not doing some crazy things. But now we have in the Ascari, we had to wide, but everything happened to be clean and safe. Now we see Gilles Joni. I mean, this guy is just unbelievable. He missed the start of the race, and now he's the sixth. He managed to get safely through all these mass crashes we've seen, and yeah, that's just incredible driving from him.
Yeah,
Right now,
just great recovery from Gilles. I mean, he's definitely biting his nails that he cannot participate in the battle for the lead, but overall, I think he can be proud about this race because yeah, as you have mentioned, yeah, it's not only about being fast; it's also about avoiding this crazy racing that happened today. And yeah, so he did it perfectly. And yeah, right now he's sixth place, battling with Benjamin Frigerio for sixth place. And I think yeah, this is the highest finishing position that he might take today. But yeah, we'll take a look at that right now. On your screen, you have Marcel Moroch battling with Kevin Messac, with Kevin launching himself away from Marcel. I think Marcel having some issues with his car. I mean, look at the state of his Porsche 992. He definitely have some. No, oh, that was a bit surprisingly slow pace from Kevin into Lesmos. I don't know, was that a strategic call from him, or did he make a mistake? But yeah, he really, like, he was lifting there. I don't know. Oh, Ben Geider into the pits. Did he receive a drive-through penalty? No. He
probably.
has 13 incident points. Did he?
He
Did
just
he just retired from the session? Did he just or?
no. Oh no! Don't say that he fueled his car badly.
No way.
Have the fuel to end the race.
What? Did he really forgot that to put fuel in the car? I mean, that's a big shame. He had a really good race so far until this
You know
moment.
what? I was thinking that probably that's the reason why he lost his pace during
Oh,
the race,
probably. Yeah.
during the second part, because he tried to lift, understanding that probably he won't have much fuel left to finish the race.
Yeah, that's
He was
great
trying
point.
to lift, he was trying to lift, he was trying to lift, but eventually it didn't work out, and he had to go through the pits and fuel a bit. I don't know. That's just an unfortunate thing for him. Um, and I think we have Marcel. What happened to Marcel? He's in pits right now. Is it the same thing?
I don't know, but he changed his tires and he
Oh,
had 18 incident points, so maybe he's deciding to go for a fastest lap of the race. I don't know, but so will it happen now? Leaders, come on! We have only 2 minutes left of this race. Are they going to deliver the content right on the last lap of the race, which will be the next one? I don't know, but it looks like that. Yeah. Benjamin Frigerio is in the pits. Matvei Litvinov is in the pits. The driver says, yeah, Benjamin has 19 incident points. Matvei Litvinov, let me see. I don't see him in my list. But it looks like that, yeah, quite a lot of drivers today passing this incident limit. No, Matvei Litvinov, he has 15 points, but he also went into the pits. What's going on with the drivers going into the pits today? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe maybe that's again the same thing we've seen with
the
Van.
fuel?
Probably just either fuel or tires. Probably drivers just feel like, okay, I don't trust these tires anymore. They will fall apart just in, I don't know, just a few minutes. So I'll rather change my tires and finish the race. But I mean, I don't know. You lose so many places because of this move, and it's really risky to drive on a really worn tires. But overall, this this move with going into the pits and changing tires, it's not really good as well.
Here
And
we go. The last lap of this race with
and we
Felix
already see
Frotter.
Felix.
Yeah, he is going for it. He is going for it in the
He's
first
standing.
corner. Yeah, that was
Will
the
he?
moment that we've
Will
always.
he? Wide?
Yeah, he has to. He has to go, but no, he left the space for Oscar. That was a beautiful and respectful drive from both of the drivers. And right now, look at the position for Diana Perez. Diana Perez right now has a great position to make a move. Is she going to send for 3 wide? Let's go! Come on! I mean, you were quite.
That would be just unbelievable stuff.
She just backed off.
But I think both drivers understand that if something happens, if they do
Felix made a mistake.
If they make even the slightest mistake, Diana will take their place. So, yeah.
Yeah, right now Diana is up to the second place with Felix making a mistake out of the second chicane. And yeah, that's not a great news for Felix. Oscar went wide and took the gravel, so now it's a great chance for Diana Perez to make a move on Oscar in the Variante di Ascari. Is she going to take a move right now? She is taking an outside line. No, she backed off, so I think she's planning to do a move in Parabolica. Javier Benguel is defending from Matteo Frigerio. He is on the 5th place, and so let's take a look. I mean, there's quite a big distance. Quite big distance, a great distance for Oscar. It looks like that he's going to defend it. Diana, she doesn't have enough distance. No, that's great defending today from Oscar. It looks like that he's going to take a 4th victory in a row in this championship. Some incredible stuff going from this young driver. Oscar Pio is your winner in round 4 at Hadeca International PCup, with Diana Perez finishing P2 and Felix Frotter, unfortunately, not for him, he is P3. Matteo Frigerio managed to pass Javier Benguel in the last corner of this race, finishing P4. Gilles Joni, great recovery from him after missing the start. He is P6. Alessandro Gerandini, he is a new driver in our championship. He finished on 7th place. Dmitry Lukanov finishes on 8th place. That's a great race from Dmitry. We didn't see him so much in this race, but yeah, great performance for him. That's a P8. Benjamin Frigerio, P9. Andrei Duna, also a new driver in our championship. He will take a checkered flag on 10th position. And the other drivers that have finished this race, you can see them on your screen. Well. Oscar. I mean,
He did it again.
He did and it
another
again.
One. And just another one. And another one. I mean, there's just incredible driving from him. I cannot say less than that, because again, that's just impressive from this guy. He's really young. He's really talented, as we can see, and yeah, he's just delivering week after week after week after week. So, I mean, it's clear that he's a really good prospect.
Yeah, great race.
He's just unbelievable. Some drivers are finishing now. We have Anton Ivashenko, the last driver to finish this race, and now we have the 4th stage of Hadeca PCup finished. So, what are your impressions of the race?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I wanted to see a lot of battle. I did see a lot of battle, but those battles, not every battle was great. And yeah, some of them were to forget. But overall, the leaders, I mean, applause to Oscar for great defending in this race. I mean, I really thought that Diana could make it in Ascari or Parabolica, but no, she didn't have enough space and distance. So yeah, with Felix unfortunately losing his second position. I mean, he was building this attack on Oscar for the whole race, and it ended up for him on the 3rd place. So yeah, I mean, the leaders as always delivered. So yeah, I think you're also surprised by this race. I mean, there were a lot of things that need to be discussed. I don't know.
I mean, absolutely, and I'm also really impressed by seeing new faces on the podium. We have Diana Perez.
Yeah, I think this is her first podium. I don't
think
remember after the previous test, after all the protests and so on, she finished in the 4th place. So yeah, this is her like first podium here.
that's really good news. She's been incredible throughout the race. For her endurance mode was unbelievably great, and yeah, she managed to, as I've said before, both drivers moving on to the last lap, they understood that they had Diana just breathing into their neck and saying like, okay, guys, do whatever you want, but if you make even the slightest mistake, I'll take your place and I'll take whatever you have. And she managed to do this. She managed to do this. That was just incredible by her. So yeah, good. Shout out to her. So in a few moments we'll have a chat with our winners. We'll have a chat with Oscar, Diana, and Felix. Um, Now we have Oscar, the winner. Hi, Oscar. Welcome back to our small press conference room. How do you feel? How do you feel about the race?
Yeah. Hello. Feel good. The win. So yeah, couldn't be better.
That's just unbelievable racing by you. To be fair, it's just. I mean, you continue to deliver throughout the championship, and I mean, just week after week after week after week, you've been consistent and you've been just delivering the greatest results on the stage. And so far, we have the last stage is Spa-Francorchamps. How do you feel about this track? Do you like it, or maybe you're not? What do you feel overall about this track?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good track to drive, and I also have Pesk this season on it. So it's interesting having a little race there. Could be a good preparation, no matter if it's dry or wet. And so yeah, it's for sure will be interesting to drive this track.
Also, the last question to you, because you've been leading the race throughout the whole time, throughout I'd say 35 minutes of the race, and probably you felt a lot of tension from your fellow drivers behind, especially from Felix Vetter, who was also always trying to overtake you to stick on your rear bumper and just not letting you go. Overall, how do you feel about this close driving? Do you like it, or maybe you dislike it? Overall, what are your thoughts about it?
No, I always enjoy fighting and battling close. Um, I think I did like few mistakes. I took a slowdown, stuff like that, because I was not focused enough. But yeah, I knew Monza. As long as you're in the leading pack, anybody can win. So yeah, I don't think he was trying hard to pass me because he knew that it was not very useful for him because I could have passed back. So yeah, I think sometimes we were like having a little bit more gap, but never enough to break the draft. And so yeah, it stayed really stacked until the end, and then we had a bit of fighting in the last lap.
Yeah, that's great. And as always, the last question: what are your most favorite parts of a track and the least favorite?
Least favorite, the chicanes, because the slowdown, I always take them there. And most favorite, like the Ascari chicane at the end of the track.
The Ascari chicane. Yeah, that's an
Like,
interesting answer.
yeah, I think it's enjoyable. Like when you take it at perfection, it's like the feeling is great.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. When you nail it, you feel just on the cloud nine, and that's the most enjoyable feeling you can ever imagine on Monza. And yeah, again, shout out to you. Really, really clean and really quality driving from you. And yeah, we'll see you next week on Spa-Francorchamps. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, see you. Thank you.
Yep. Cheers. Diana, happy to see you today.
Hello.
Happy to see you today. Yeah, with new faces on the podium. Congrats with the second place.
Thanks.
How do you feel about the race, and what are your overall impressions of it?
I was not happy with my quali, but I was quite lucky in the sprint because I avoided the incidents. My teammate was lucky too, but I was happy to start. I don't remember if I started before P5, maybe on the feature race, but yeah, it was as Oscar said. It was. I mean, you have to be in the leading pack to stay on the race. I knew I sorry for my English, man. I knew I didn't have to take the slowdowns because then you're dead in Monza, but I didn't take any. I made a bit of a couple of mistakes, but I'm happy with the result. Finally, a podium.
Yeah, congrats about that. We are really
Thanks.
happy to see new faces on the podium and really quality driving from you as well. Also, I was on this stream. I was talking about moving on to the last lap of a race that Oscar and Felix were trying to battle each other and just trying to understand who will be on the first place by the end of a race. And you were always on their rear side. And my personal impression was like you're non-verbally, but trying to say like, okay, guys, do whatever you want, make as many mistakes as you want, but I'll take your places if you do.
Yeah, I was basically waiting because I knew that if we started fighting, the guys behind would catch, and then it becomes chaos. But I was waiting for the last lap. I thought about diving on the T1, but no. I waited for the next chicane. And I saw Oscar was side by side with Felix, so I was like trying to push Oscar, and finally I took advantage of that, of their fight.
Yeah, that was an incredible and really really unexpected things to happen, especially on the last lap. Felix made a mistake, and you did brilliant job. Just getting as much as you can from this mistake and making it to the second place. Moving on to the general things, especially to the next stage, that's Spa-Francorchamps. How do you feel about the race? Do you like it?
Yeah, I really like Spa. I think I can be pretty quick on the track, but we'll see. I still have a lot to train. I mean,
Do
these
you have
guys are
any-
so fast.
Do you have any favorite places of a Spa, or
Spa,
like it
I
overall?
mean, maybe the last chicane. I mean, I'm not really good at it, but it's a really critical part. And also maybe the the sector where like Camel Straight, after Camel Straight, I think that's a really important part of the track also.
Okay, good. And not really typical question, but if you have to choose between the first chicane, the second chicane, and the chicane of Ascari, which one would you pick?
The first one.
The first one, T1.
Yeah. I'm not really good at Scary. I was losing a bit of time there, especially at quali. The second one, I think, I mean, if you are battling, if you go side by side, it's really difficult. I think T1 is better for me.
Lovely. Thanks a lot, Diana, for your time. Congrats
very
on
much.
the second place, and
Thanks.
see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Goodbye. See you.
Cheers. Bye. So, Dominic,
So,
we have it.
yeah, the fourth round is officially completed. I mean, definitely there is some job to do for the stewards after today's race, but overall, I mean, that was still a good race. We expected more fights, especially among the leaders, but yeah, they did like only 2 moves, but it's okay. I mean, like, they have their own race, they know what they're doing, so it's okay. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Spa because, yes, the drivers mentioned, they are doing quite good there. So yeah, I think this last race should really deliver. I hope that we will see the same amount of drivers. So, and yeah, maybe some things with the weather will come. I don't know. We take the weather forecast from the real life, but yeah, we've seen like only rain in the first race in Navarra. So maybe some things will happen in Spa. I don't know. We'll see. But overall, yeah, I'm really looking forward to our last race of the championship. I'm really looking forward to. Actually, right now, I'm really curious, and I really want to find out, will Oscar be able to claim all the victories in this championship? Because right now, that's a really interesting question. I mean, we were not sure about Watkins Glen. I mean, because there was a lot of fights, especially with his main rival that was not here, unfortunately. And so for the last race, I mean, I'm sure he's confident. And will he see 5 consecutive victories of one driver? You never know. So really looking forward for the next race. And I think it's same goes to you. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to see what we'll have on Spa. Especially it will be just spectacular thing if we have different weather conditions, for example, rain. It will be just, I mean, incredible. We'll see lots of interesting stuff on Spa. Overall, that's a huge question. Will Oscar get his last win of his championship, and will he become the sole winner of the championship? That's the question, and we all, I think, viewers as well, just waiting to see it, how this drama will resolve.
Yeah,
So
it's only 1 week left. So, guys, in 1 week, at the 31st of January, we will be gathering for the final time in this championship at Spa for your 5th and final round of our Hadeca International Cup. This race was brought to you by a duo of young Ukrainian sim drivers, Ilya Ivashchenko and Dominik Horshavin, with a broadcast made by another Ukrainian sim racing driver, Arsen Petrosyan. Thank you guys for your attention. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your likes and support. We'll see in 1 week. Ciao.